Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing one of my family's unique and favorite recipe that even children would love to eat without a word of complaint. And the boiled eggs added make it a wholesome tasty meal that requires no side dishes. And the best part of this recipe is that the longer it stays, the tastier it gets with all the flavors being enhanced. So this recipe has been handed down through generations by my great grandmother, and I love to share this amazing recipe with you guys today. The combination of eggs makes it a hearty meal. So do try this out guys and you'll find yourself unstoppable while eating it. That's for sure. So take a small guava sized tamarind and wash it with some clean water to remove all the impurities whatsoever. So this recipe requires more than the regular amount of tamarind that we use normally, as in those days refrigerators were not in use. Now drain the water and add some clean water to soak it and extract a thick juice and keep aside. Now let's proceed to prepare the chaaru. So heat up a skillet and add 1 heaped tablespoon of methi daana or menthulu and 1 teaspoon of jeera or jeelkara, and dry roast them on medium heat until they release aroma and turn golden brown. Now add 6 tablespoons of oil, and oil acted as a preservative guys and kept the curries edible for longer periods of time. If you feel apprehensive of using this much oil, you could reduce it, but you will need to refrigerate the leftover. Now break 4 dry red chilies and add to the oil and saute them. Let them crackle. Then add 2 finely chopped onions and saute them again until they sweat. Then add in 2 sprigs of fresh curry patta or curry leaves. The leaves add a whiff of freshness to the chaaru guys. And continue with the sauteing. And then cover it with the lid and cook until the onions turn translucent. The onions have changed color as you see and turned translucent. Now add half a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and saute until it loses its rawness. Don't be hasty in sauteing the onions, as the texture of the onions is very important guys. They should melt into the rasam. Now cover the lid and cook further until they turn golden brown. The onions have turned light golden in color, and now it's time to add the other ingredients. 1/4 spoon of turmeric powder, 2 heaped teaspoons of red chili powder, or grind the chilies into a paste for that authentic taste. I've improvised a version to make it easier guys. Add salt as needed and combine to mix the ingredients together. Now you have to do this on low heat, as there are chances of the spices getting burnt. So let's add some water to prevent that. Give a good stir and cook for some more time until the onions turn tender and mushy. There, the onions have been cooked perfectly and you can notice a change of texture. Now add the thick tamarind extract and dilute, adding some water. We don't want a watery consistency for this recipe guys, as it should be on the thicker side and not as runny or watery as the regular rasams. The consistency will thicken after cooking. And now adjust flavors. So I had to add some salt again and now bring it to a boil. And then add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. You could also crush whole dhania if you don't have the powder form, and add it to the rasam. Now let it simmer away until you notice oil floating. Oil is beginning to get separated as you see, and the chaaru has thickened too and reduced as you can see. Now prick some hard boiled eggs with a toothpick and drop it in. Or you could make some gentle cuts on the egg surface like this so that the flavors can be absorbed by the eggs. I have pricked some eggs here and adding them in. Now continue to cook until oil is completely released. You can see oil getting separated. It is absolutely important guys that you cook until oil is separated, as it indicates that the ingredients are well cooked. Once oil is released, switch off now and close the lid and rest for 10 minutes before serving, and that's it guys. Serve with hot rice and you'll find yourself in love with this recipe, I'm sure. Now, students and bachelors will find this recipe truly helpful and easy to prepare. Hope you liked watching this recipe.